citizens of Africa, fellow citizens, of Africa,
Blogging since 2003, hitting the left, the right, the center, black, white, red and yellow, loved by some, claimed by many, coming straight from New Jersey, via New York, via Jamaica, via a ship named Jesus, is Sanjata, Mr. Ola Tunji! Welcome to Garvey's Ghost TV, January 24th, 2011. In the news, Negro skin shenanigans. Gucci Man has apparently gotten a tattoo of an ice cream cone placed on his face. Girl gets compass tattoo on back. Clearly, this tattoo was done in the Bermuda Triangle. Reggae sensation Vibes Cartel apparently has the same dermatologist as Sammy Sosa. And look, in my tree phone, three of them. In political news, the Tennessee Tea Party wants to remove objectionable history from school books, including such things as slavery. They say neglect and outright ill will have distorted the teachings of the history and character of the United States. We seek to compel the teaching of students in Tennessee the truth regarding the history of our nation and the nature of its government. We can't say we disagree with the Tennessee Tea Party. The history of America has indeed been distorted by those with ill will. 'Cause you know, Negroes only warrant the few pages in the high school text that I had back in the 80s. The Tennessee Tea Party continues by saying, no portrayal of the minority experience in the history of which occurred shall obscure the experiences or contributions of the founding fathers, or the majority of citizens, including those who reach positions of leadership. Given that at the time of the founders, a number of the colonies had a majority black population, I suppose the Tea Party would agree to teach only the history of the majority population. The Tea Party also objects to statements like, the Constitution created a republic, not a democracy. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation. I suppose next they'll be asking for the Pledge of Allegiance to be changed as well. Not that I would mind. We could just change that last part to, and liberty and justice for all who can afford a good lawyer and a lobbyist or a corporate charter. The spokesman for the Tennessee Tea Party also said an awful lot of made-up criticism about, for instance, the founders intruding on the Indians or having slaves or being hypocrites in one way or another. Nope. No, they were not being hypocrites at all. Because you know, Africans are not people. You know, they didn't have rights or anything like that. No. And for the Indians, totally understand the intrusion part. I mean, seriously, if the Indians didn't want white people here, they should have put up a fence and had border patrols. Clearly, they wanted to people come in, and they pushed off their land and put in reservations and trails of tears and stuff like that. They wanted that. It's okay. Besides, our God said that these people were here, you know, just as stewards of the land until the white man came. You know, they were just chilling and taking care of stuff. It wasn't really theirs. No. In international news, the Jewish world is reporting of a Rabbi Dov Lior saying that a Jewish woman should never get pregnant using sperm donated by a non-Jewish man, even if it is the last option available. Why would the rabbi say such a thing? Well, he says such an insemination will have negative genetic traits that characterize non-Jews. Oh. Now, what traits could this be? Well, the rabbi has listed out traits of cruelty and of barbarism and says these are not traits that characterize the people of Israel. No, not at all. Never ever. Yeah. In other news, Rick Santorum has a problem with Obama. Roll clip.
So the question is not whether this is a human life. When Barack Obama was asked, you know, is a child of whom a human life? Oh, that's above my pay grade. Just about everything else in the world he's willing to do, to have the government do, but he can't answer that basic question, which is not a debatable issue at all. I don't think you'll find a biologist in the world who will say that that is not a human life. The question is, and this is what Barack Obama didn't want to answer, is that human life a person under the Constitution? And Barack Obama says no. Well, if that person, human life, is not a person, then I find it almost remarkable for a black man to say, no, we are going to decide who are people and who are not people.
Shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to a service or a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed 3/5 of all other persons. U.S. Constitution. Being of an inferior order and altogether unfit to associate with the right race, the white race, either in social or political relations, and so far inferior that they had no rights which the white man was bound to respect. It would give to persons of the Negro race the right to enter every other state whenever they pleased, the full liberty of speech in public and in private upon all subjects upon which its own citizens might speak, to hold public meetings upon political affairs, and to keep and carry arms wherever they want. That was the Dred Scott decision, you know, the part, you know, black folk does, you know. Anyway, how dare this Negro Obama think that he can opine on who is a person and what rights they have? I mean, that is the sole province of the white man. You know, Obama needs to get back in line. You know, he's getting a little bit too uppity. Think he in the White House running shit. You know. Anyway. Lastly, to the shock of the world, Jean-Claude Baby Doc Duvalier has returned to Haiti, reclaiming that he wants to help the country that he left in poverty. by help, of course he means help himself get the $6 million being held by the Swiss under a law that prevents them from returning his money, so long as he is a fugitive of justice. That is, if the Haitian government does not prosecute him for the multiple crimes he committed under his presidency for life, then he can go to Switzerland and claim his money. That's why he wants reconciliation and to put things in the past. Meanwhile, the duly elected president of Haiti, Aristide, who, under orders of the U.S., couldn't even land in Jamaica after being ousted from his government by the U.S., still cannot enter Haiti. What is wrong with this picture? This has been Garvey's Ghost TV, January 24th, 2011. I am Mr. Tunji. Ting and ting and ting.